Hi everyone! I am so excited about the Tropical Fusion mystery box, especially that adorable dreamsicle cutie. I want to talk about what's in the box though, and I love the Martha Stewart mixed material bundle, and I love that pink party foil that's in there. It is such a pretty shade and I loved it. But I'm always like, what do I do with party foil? So what I do is I start with Cricut. So I'm on my Design Space canvas, and I'm going to go over to projects on the left hand side here. And in the search, I'm just going to type in party foil. I do want to filter over here to Cricut only projects because I want to make sure everything is sized already to what I want. I don't want to have to do anything. And I really loved this Princess Party Dangles little thing with the party foil. I just thought it was so cute. You can see that I bookmarked it. So I am going to click on that. And it contains designs for party foil dangles, a castle star, and a crown to hang at the bottom. Ours hung about 30 to 35 inches long, but length will vary depending on dangle size. So I know that and it says it recommends fishing line, which I have. So I'm going to make this. I thought this was so cute. I'm actually going to click customize because I just want to look at it, see what it looks like, and make sure it's going to fit on a 12 by 12 sheet. It doesn't specify, it just says party foil. So I wanted to make sure it all fits. Okay, so that will fit. I've only got one sheet. Ooh, this is a lot of stuff in here. So I don't want that. These are all the same size. Okay, so it's cutting 3 different ones. I only want to cut one. So I'll hide 2 of these spirals. And I think I'm just going to do, I don't know if I like the crown or the castle. Let's go with the castle. All right, so I customized it and I can pick what I like, and then I make sure my maker 3 is set for my machine, and I'm going to click make. I don't need to save this project because it's already a Cricut one, so I bookmarked it. I can come back to it anytime I want, and I'm going to click on a mat, and it is putting it on a 12 by 24 mat, which I don't want. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to see if I can make this work. All right, so I'm going to click shapes, and oh, you know what? That's why. This can't be larger than 11 and a half. All right, so let me change that to 11 and a half first and see if that worked. On a mat. Yep, okay, so now I can do a 12 by 12 mat. So it was just that one. And I'm going to click on this mat. I can see they're different colors, so hopefully I can make it work to fit. I'm going to move it over here, and then I'll click these 3 dots in the upper left-hand corner. I'll do move object and put it on this first mat. You can see it's going to overlap just a tiny bit, so I'm just going to make sure, I'm going to try and rotate this just a little bit to avoid that happening. All right, let me do this off camera because it's going to take a little finagling. Okay, because of the size of the spiral, I wasn't able to get it exactly how I wanted it. So I'm going to go back to my original plan. I'm going to click on shapes over here on the side panel, and I'm going to get a square. I'm going to make it 11 and a half by 11 and a half. So I only need to change one since the proportions are locked. And then I'm going to go up to operation and change it to guide. That guide, I'll show you guys, just gives us the red outline. So this is not going to cut, it's just a guide to help me with sizing. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to rotate it 270 degrees so it's upright. And then I'm going to select both to make this easier, and I'm going to click align. I'm going to align it left, and then I'm going to align it top. And that puts it on, like it's exactly on there the way I need it, and that's not going to work either. So what I'm going to do is rotate this to 180. No, do 90. Yeah, we'll do it this way and see. I'm just trying to get that to work. Line right. Okay. I think I can get it if, all right, so let me align the castle. And I'm going to move my guide to the back. I keep accidentally picking it up because it's looking at it as the top layer. So I'm actually just going to make this easier on myself and make it 11¼ inches. And we'll just go ahead and call that a day, because I will play around with this until it fits all day. All right, so I can go ahead and hide that guide. Even though it won't cut, I don't want to select it. I'm going to select all, and I'm seeing that it's just a smidge over 11½ by 11½. So I'm going to change this a little, just move that around a little, and then the height. Okay, so we're just going to change this to 11½, and we're going to attach it, and we are good to go. All right, that was a lot of work, but we're good. So I clicked make, choose on a mat. It's set to 12 by 12. I'm going to click confirm. This is all set, so I'll click continue. My Maker 3 is connected via Bluetooth, so it's going to pick it up automatically, and then I can search for party foil. Now you can filter materials, you can type it in. I'm going to just type in party, because I know if I type in foil, it will bring up a couple different options. I'm trying to get right to my material. So I'm going to browse on materials, and in the search on materials here, I'm just going to type in party. I've got party foil. I'm going to click done. Now my Maker 3 does like more pressure with my cuts, so I'm going to add more pressure. But I am also going to check the cut before I unload it, because if it didn't cut all the way through, I'm going to send it through one more time to cut again, make sure we get it cut all the way. All right, let's go over and apply our material to our mat and get cutting. Okay, so you can see my light is blinking. I'm going to move my machine back a little bit. I have a green mat. It is a brand new, very sticky mat. So that's what I want for this party foil. I'm going to remove my protective layer. And I have a full 12 by 12 sheet here. So you do want to cut, it is, I think, the same on each side. I don't know, so we're going to find out. I haven't cut party foil in a long time. So normally what I do is I kind of bend my material a little bit and I line it up. And then I look at my mat and I line it up in the corner and make sure I'm straight down that edge there, and I put it down. And I am doing this at weird angles just because of where my camera is, and then I slowly put it down to avoid any bubbles, make sure it's smooth on there, and we're good to go. So if you've never loaded a mat before, you're going to put it under these guides here, and you're going to gently nudge your mat. You can see I'm giving it a little pressure as you load it. And I am going to pull my machine up a little bit because it needs that clearance behind there so it doesn't hit the wall. Okay, didn't hit the wall, so we're good to go. And then that play button is going to blink for us. We're going to click that and get cutting. I'll let it cut off camera, and then I'll come back to check the cut with you guys. Okay, so my cut says it's done, but I want to make sure that it cut all the way through. So I have a few options, but normally I use my weeding tool, and I just get in there and see. I cannot weed this easily, so I do need to run it through again. You just click this play button, and it's going to cut again for you in the exact same spot because I did not unload my mat. So it's going to run through again. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back and check it. Okay, so now I have cut this a second time. I am going to do a see that popped right off, so I should be good to go. I am going to push my machine back and unload my mat. And then, like every material, I flip my mat over and I remove my mat from my material. Okay, so I can see there's still some areas where it didn't cut all the way through. We're just going to carefully take this off, and we will okay. Just making sure I'm not ripping anything. And we will just cut around that quickly with our True Control knife. You can see all these little inside cuts were perfect. And you could, honestly, I'll save these for like little confetti on the table. That's really cute. But we can just take our scraper. You can do the small one, the extra large one, and just scrape it right off. They are kind of jumping a little bit, so go a little bit more slowly than I am. But I'm going to set these aside because that would be so cute as little confetti. I will finish cleaning that mat after. I just wanted to give you guys that tip, so I'll set that aside. And I'm just going to take my True Control knife, make sure we're on the right side here, and just kind of run that along our cuts. You can see your cut, like it cut, it's like right there, just not quite all the way through. Right, I will do this off camera, guys, just to get this done, and then I'll come back and we'll assemble it. Okay, so this was pretty much cut all the way through. I just had to run my knife through the edge just to kind of separate a few little pieces. So now we have our spiral. It just unfolds like this. It's so pretty. I don't see the difference between the top and the bottom, so we'll just pick one. And this fishing line I got from, I think, the military exchange like several years ago. So I don't know if this brand is everywhere, but you can just grab any fishing line. Walmart has it, Target, Amazon. So we're just going to put our fishing line through here and secure it with a tight little knot. Now, in case you've never used fishing line to hang anything before, because it's thin and clear, it looks like stuff is floating more than, more than if it's just, dangling and hanging and you can see the string. This looks like it's really just like hanging there in the air. I've been using this for years and years and years. So, we'll decide how much we want this to hang down. I don't want this to hang down too much from this. A lot of tall people come to our parties. We have tall friends. So, I keep that in mind so no one hits their head. So we'll just put it through the little circle here. And again, tie a knot. And then I don't know how tall I need it for the top, so I'm not going to cut that just yet. I will measure that, but you'll just cut it through. You'll just cut your length you need and then secure a knot through the top hole. And then we can see, I'll try to lay this out for you guys. It's hard to see, but isn't that so cute? So you can use party foil and just make your own little things that hang down. Alright guys, if you have any questions, let me know.